Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following NBA matches that is happening on Tuesday, October 31st, 2023. We will be providing our team, total, and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. New York Knicks vs. Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell was a late scratch, and his absence was notable as the Cavs had a few stretches of scoring lulls. Evan Mobley shouldered what he could as he finished with 33 points and 14 boards, and Caris LeVert added 31 to go with his 8 assists. However, the bench added just 11 points as 2 reserves scored. Cleveland won the rebounding and turnover battle, but the defense struggled to get stops as the Pacers shot nearly 50% from the floor. Cleveland enters this game averaging 110.4 points per contest, which lands them right around the middle of the pack. The Cavs have struggled to get going offensively in the early going as they sit bottom 10 in three-point shooting, free throw shooting, and overall field goal percentage. Outside of Mitchell's 35 per game, no other player is giving you even 20 points on average. Though LeVert, Mobley, and Max Strus are all hovering around 19 per ball game. The Cavs have understood shots haven't been falling as they've shifted their attack to the painted area, where they rank 10th in scoring. Cleveland has also done well in generating second-chance scoring opportunities, they just haven't made baskets to show for it yet. Similarly, the Cavs take great care of the basketball and have one of the lowest turnover rates in the league. They'll need to continue valuing the basketball here as they try to get right offensively. With Mitchell's status officially listed as questionable, the Cleveland Cavaliers are considered the underdogs in this matchup. However, we've witnessed Evan Mobley and Caris LeVert stepping up to the plate, showcasing the Cavs' ability to score collectively even before Mitchell joined the team. Cleveland places a high value on ball movement and has done an impressive job of effectively finishing their defensive possessions. On the other hand, the New York Knicks have heavily relied on their three-point shooting, and when their shots from long range aren't finding the mark, they have yet to demonstrate a consistent ability to generate points through alternative means. I anticipate that Cleveland will rebound from their recent subpar defensive performance and, as the game progresses, will secure a victory as a form of redemption for last year's first-round playoff exit at the hands of the Knicks. Consider taking the Cleveland Cavaliers with a plus 2.5 point spread. Both of these squads have played below average in terms of possessions per game, and as mentioned before, the defense for Cleveland takes pride in defense being their staple. The Knicks put up their worst shooting night of the season, and they demonstrated what can happen when the long ball isn't falling. Likewise, New York is bottom 10 in pace of play as well. Both teams have done well to close possessions and limit second-chance points. Look for each defense to shine here. Take the under. Next we have San Antonio Spurs vs. Phoenix Suns. The opposite is true for the Suns this season, who are currently plus 700 to win it all. That's the fourth shortest odds, and I think they're easily a favorite to at least return to the finals. Frank Vogel takes the reins this year, and Phoenix will also get a full season of their new Big Three in Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal. Beal has yet to make his Phoenix debut, and he's confirmed back for this contest. Also, Booker is doubtful with a foot injury. Despite the injury worries, the Suns are still out to a 2-1 start this year. They won the season opener against the Warriors, 108-104, dropped Game 2 to the Lakers, 100-95, and bounced back with a win over the Jazz on Saturday, 126-104. Currently, there are concerns revolving around the Phoenix Suns due to injuries. It's been confirmed that Bradley Beal will be absent from this matchup due to a back injury, and Devin Booker is marked as doubtful due to a foot issue. Despite the absence of these two star players, odds makers have still designated Phoenix as a 6.5 point favorite. I'm not too concerned about the point spread being slightly on the higher side. I'm still inclined to bet in favor of Phoenix in this situation. Kevin Durant has once again taken the forefront in the absence of the other two stars, averaging an impressive 27.7 points per game. However, the main reason I believe Phoenix has an excellent opportunity to extend their lead lies in their defensive prowess. In the early stages of the season, they are ranked 5th in defensive efficiency, allowing an average of only 98.6 points per 100 possessions. Considering the absence of significant star talent on San Antonio's roster, I anticipate the Suns will have a relatively easy victory in this contest. As I was alluding to above, I'm expecting the Suns to turn in an excellent outing defensively. They've been one of the best units in the association, and I don't see them taking a step back against a lousy roster like San Antonio's. I mean, aside from the emerging Victor Wembanyama and Devin Vassell, I don't know where the Spurs are going to find points. Look for Phoenix's role players, like Jusuf Nurkic and Eric Gordon, to step up and put the clamps on. On the flip side, what the Spurs lack in talent can somewhat be made up in hard work and preparedness. You know Coach Popovich will have these guys ready to go on the defensive end of the floor. Also, with Booker and Beal out, I don't think we see Phoenix score into the 120s. I'm taking the under on Tuesday night. Next we have the Clippers have started the season 2-1 and are looking to stay undefeated at home against the Magic. After a 2-point loss on the road versus the Utah Jazz, the Clippers bounced back in impressive fashion against the San Antonio Spurs. The Clippers dominated the Spurs from the tip-off and won 83-123, with 7 players scoring in double figures. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard led the way, with George scoring 19 points and dishing out 5 assists, while Leonard added a game-high 21 points. The duo of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are entering their 5th season together, and they have looked excellent so far. George is averaging 27.3 ppg, while Leonard is contributing 23 ppg in their first 3 games. Russell Westbrook has been extremely productive this season, averaging 11.3 ppg, 7.3 rpg, and 6.7 apg. Ivica Zubac is coming off his best season, where he averaged career highs in scoring 10.8 ppg and rebounding 9.9 rpg. Norman Powell finished 4th last season in 6th Man of the Year voting and has begun his 2023-24 campaign averaging 13.7 ppg and 22 mpg off the bench. The Clippers have been the face of load management over the last few seasons. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard have only played 142 games together in 4 seasons, but the good news for the Clippers is they have a record of 96-46 in those games. The Clippers have already been hit with the injury bug, as Terrence Mann and Brandon Boston have been ruled out for this game. Norman Powell, left foot soreness, and Ivica Zubac, quadriceps, have been listed as day-to-day. 34-year-old Marcus Morris has yet to play a game this season due to personal reasons and will remain out for this game. The Orlando Magic have displayed solid performance at the beginning of the season and came quite close to maintaining an undefeated record, missing out on just a couple of key possessions. However, they are about to face a formidable challenge in the Los Angeles Clippers. Despite some injuries affecting their role players, the Clippers trio of Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Russell Westbrook is in good health and will be participating. Orlando has encountered difficulties when it comes to scoring, especially in the late stages of games. In contrast, the Clippers have been scoring impressively, averaging 122 points per game. Although the Magic currently hold the 6th position in defensive rating, it is doubtful they will be able to contain the star power of the Clippers. If this game remains competitive as it enters the 4th quarter, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are expected to take control in the closing minutes and cover the 7.5-point spread, particularly against the young and less experienced Magic team. The Magic will have another tough night scoring the ball against this veteran Clipper team. The Magic are 28th in pace and have shot terribly from beyond the arc, 29%. The Magic have good size, quickness, and length defensively and are ranked highly, but 2 of those games were against teams toward the bottom of the NBA. The Clippers will look to slow the game down and identify the best mismatch on the floor. The Clippers' big 3 love to shoot in the mid-range and will look to exploit the Magic's inexperience. Statistically, the Clippers have not been as good defensively compared to past seasons, but with George and Leonard healthy, expect them to return to being one of the best defenses in the NBA. Take the under for this Tuesday night matchup.